Hey guys, welcome to the Experience Podcast. My name is Dennis. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, you comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family. Um, and welcome. Welcome to what may be your invitation and will be an invitation, but welcome to what may be your new life that you're not even aware of in this moment. And what I'm speaking to is an entry point away from the Babylonian matrix system and into heaven on Mother Earth. Um, and so, with that, I'm really grateful to be here. We got Neal sitting here. We got the cicadas. We got surrounded by the plants. And I'm just really grateful to be here and really inspired about this conversation.
My name is Neal. Thank you, Dennis, for that introduction. This is my natural habitat. Um, I'm I'm born in nature. I'm part of nature, and here we are in God's original intention for man to live in nature, connected with people. And my name's Neal, but Neal's actually not who I am. So then when I say that, you might ask yourself, well, then, all right, well, who am I? Well, who I am is a multi-dimensional, infinite spiritual being that's expressing through a human body. And now I say that, and that's like a lot of words, and I say that every time on these podcasts, and um, they're like with saying that points towards something, but even in the words, even the words aren't what I am. What I am is beyond the words, and I use the words to express who I am to you right now. And so, welcome to a conversation of mindset, and welcome to a conversation where we are specifically communicating to how mindset directly affects our perception of reality, and it directly affects our experience of reality. For example, if I have a mindset of consumerism, uh, which is super common in the world right now, and it's actually consumerism is being promoted large scale. If I have that mindset, I'll probably think that to get food, I will go make some money and then use that money to go to a supermarket and then buy food, and then eat that food. But if I have a mindset of creator, of creationship, um, that mindset has me be like, all right, let me take a look around. Um, okay, I see some leaves here. I see some branches over here. There's some soil here. Um, so I have organic matter, I have soil, and how can I use these things and put them together to grow food so that like let's say in 3 months from now there's greens I can eat, and then from another year from now there's root vegetables I can eat. So like mindset directly affects how we look at the world. I'll pause there and see where you go with it, Dennis.
Yeah, I like the thing that really comes to my mind is from a conversation that we have all the time and we spoke about earlier in our at the garden meeting was really like this place of where you're coming from is where you're going. And if I'm in my head, I'm dead. And so coming from the kingdom rather than coming for the kingdom, like coming from abundance versus lack. Um, and that's what's really present to me when I think about mindset, like having the mind, but not letting the mind have me. And it's a great tool to use to rationalize and to get things done. And the mind can also, it's also at times the creator of hell. And so just being aware of like where we're coming from, like, are we being a whore? Are we giving to get? Are we, and I'm speaking to myself when I'm saying these things. Um, am I doing something because of a lack of something, or am I doing it out of inspiration? And because really, like, my ego's pattern is to do, and then get pissed off, judge, blame, shame, and then get the beating stick out. After I blamed all these other people, I get the beating stick out on myself, and wham, 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 hit myself and be like, hey, like, you could have done it better, you could have done it faster, and even what I did, it's not enough. So like all of these are patterns of my ego, and so really, like, just being aware of where I'm coming from is really, really important for Dennis.
Yes. In addition, there's like this thing of like, do I need resources or am I resourceful? Am I looking for from a place of like, see, when I'm looking around and I see the leaves and I see the branches and I see the soil and I see native plants that can be transplanted and used. When I see these things, that's resourcefulness. I am a resource and I am resourceful, and that's the mindset that I'm operating from. And so then, like on the other side of that is this mindset of needing resource. It's a mindset of lack. It's looking like, oh my gosh, like I need this, and this um, to grow food, and then you're like, where am I gonna get these things? And you can feel as I'm speaking this, it's like you're like looking for something. Um, and it's all right to look for something when you're looking from a place of being resourceful. But if you're looking for something from a place of lack, to fill a need, um, that mindset will produce more lack, and you'll keep looking for more things that, like once you've grown the food, you'll from a lack mindset, you'll be like, man, now I need this, this, and this many people to process the food, and you're like it's coming from a need for something. Um, Whereas from like a resourceful mindset, there's like, all right, so we have this food. We actually, I need a blender, but I don't have a blender. So, but I'm resourceful, and so how am I gonna chop these foods up into smaller pieces so that I can use them without a blender? That might include just simply using a knife, and it might take some more time. But my point is from a resourceful mindset, from looking from a place of like abundance, of like what's here now that I can use, that's going to forward what I'm up to. This is the resourceful mindset. This is the mindset. This is an abundance mindset, and it's also a mindset of giving. So it's like, all right, so how can I give more opportunities for people to participate? How can I be inspired and go about my activities and have that be inspiring so that other people want to join and be part of what I'm doing, and looking and seeing when that shows up. Um, yeah, there's more there. What do you got, Dennis?
Um, I was in another world actually for a lot of that what you just shared.
What mindset had you be in another world?
Um, I noticed that I was looking at the time and I was looking at an earlier commitment that I had made earlier this morning. I had told someone that I would do something, and so I'm sitting here, I'm looking at the time, and then I'm looking at the weather, seeing if it's going to rain. Um, so I was not fully present.
So like a mindset of like accomplishing multiple tasks.
Well, it was a like my integrity to me is very important, and so I'm also recognizing that I committed to being fully present here. So there's that. So there's a commitment of being here, fully present, and then there's also the commitment that I made earlier this morning. So I was in between both of those worlds.
All right, and all right, received. If you want to share more, please. But yeah.
Yeah, I really don't feel like I have anything more than what I'm I'm here now. So
Yeah, yeah. So you can see how like mindset not only affects it, man, it affects everything. It so all right. So how do I change my mindset? Well, one of the simplest ways to change my mindset is to change my physiology. It's to change literally the experience of energy inside my body. So it's to change my mindset, I have to get in a different state. So if I'm always in like a low energy state, like a state of energy where it's like, oh my gosh, like I need to wake up, like I need to do this, but it's like work to do the things. Uh, how to get in a different mindset, how to get in a different energy is to change your physicality, like literally. This is why dance is so powerful. This is why exercise is so powerful, and these things are powerful because they move uh, energy, and in a you can go into a dance in one state of being and come out of the dance in an entirely new world of experience, in an entirely new energy. So physiology, moving your body, is one of the most powerful ways to affect mindset.
so are you telling me that if I don't like waking up in the morning and I wake up sad, grumpy, whining, and depressed, I can just simply like start dancing and stuff, and that's gonna
Yes,
okay,
yes,
okay. I feel a little bit better
yes.
already, actually.
That's my point. It's that movement. It's that getting engagement. It generates a shift. But we're responsible for generating that shift. But we have all the tools. We have the body. We have the mentality. We have the soul. We have all these things that we need to change our mindset. We don't need to go to something to change our mindset.
You
But
have
yeah, go.
you have everything within you right now, and something that Neal touched on earlier was this consumer uh, aspect of society. Like from the time that we're born, we're taught that we need things outside of ourselves. We're taught that we need the latest Nike shoes to be happy. We're taught that we need to get married to be happy. We're taught that
Because once you have the Nike shoes, then you'll have the right mindset.
yeah, like
Then you'll be in the mindset of a person who wears Nike shoes, and because of that, you'll be um, uh, perceived as successful. Um, and thank you. That was a badass sound effect. Yeah. So y my point is like you can go to events, you can have the Nike shoes, but the Nike shoes won't change the mindset. The um, the mindset will change, and then you'll get the Nike. Like you'll already be in the wealth mindset, and then the Nike shoes show up.
Because you'll know that the wealth didn't come from the Nikes.
Yes,
it came from in here.
And this is so fucking relevant because the mindset affects your thoughts, and then it affects your emotions, and then that has a direct impact on your actions. Mindset literally shapes reality, and
actually, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Yes.
And here's why.
Yes.
Because you can have the fucking greatest mindset in the world, but if you are not congruent in your heart with what your mind is saying, and if you're not congruent with your actions, with your heart and your mind, you are going to be divided. And somebody that is divided within cannot be trusted because they don't trust themselves. They're always going to be second guessing. And they'll be like a rudderless ship at sea that'll just be tossed to and fro. So for me, mindset is not everything, because if you're not congruent with your heart and your actions, then you're going to be saying things from that space. Like if you just have mindset, you're going to be saying things that won't be matching up. You might be a fucking people pleaser like I was, and still am sometimes. And you might say something just to fucking go along with the crowd or whoever's saying the thing, rather than listening to your heart and speaking from your heart.
Mm-hmm. I acknowledge this. This is relevant. This is relevant because of the congruency aspect. When I'm speaking of mindset, I'm already speaking from congruency. So like congruency is already in what I'm saying. But like generating that distinction is relevant, and it's needed, and it's important because you can change, like you said, like you can change your mindset. But if your heart isn't in it, if you're not actually inspired with that state of being, with that energy, the mindset won't directly affect reality. It'll affect is my truth of reality. But it's with that congruency of actual alignment, of actually heart and brain congruency, where your soul is aligned with what's going on in your brain, and then you're taking actions from that alignment. That is what directly affects reality. So yeah, man, that distinction was relevant. But going farther now, so mindset gets you to a point. That congruency gets you to a point, but there's this next level where there's a surrender of all that, and then that next level is God is the director of your mindset. God's the director of your heart. God's the director of your thoughts. God's the director of your actions. Mindset is relevant up to the point where with mindset, you're still in the illusion of control. And I specifically say illusion because we actually don't have control. We just think we do. And if you say that to a person who's great at controlling reality, who's in spirituality, who's great at manifesting
and manipulating
and manipulating thoughts and actions to create a desired result, like this is manifestation. If you say that you're not in control to a person like that, they're going to laugh in your face because they're still in the illusion that they're controlling reality. But there's this next level that even everybody's, I don't know if everybody's going to reach it, but I think that we all have potential to go to this level where you surrender even mindset, and you surrender it all over to God, and then God's the operator, and God's the driver. And with that surrender, there is no control. It's actually out of control, but what it is divinely orchestrated, um, and uh, it's perfect. So mindset gets you to a point of it get for a lot of people being able to affect reality with mindset is needed right now, because a lot of people aren't even aware that that's possible. Um, and there's another step beyond that.
And the step is that surrender.
Yes.
And you don't fucking know shit. And that probably triggered you the fuck out of you. And fuck yeah, I'm glad it did. Because I was speaking to myself too. I don't know shit either. But everything that you thought you knew, you got to fucking let it go. You got to put it on the altar. Every fucking thing.
You don't got to, but if you don't, then you're gonna face what you didn't surrender, either now or 10 years from now or 200 years from now. It might be in this physical lifetime, or it might be beyond this physical lifetime. But everything we don't surrender, we're gonna be held accountable for that. And yeah, so that's what I have. Is there more that you want to speak to with mindset and
no? I don't want to speak anything on that, but I do have some other things I want to speak to.
Let it rip.
So if we're done with that conversation,
I'm complete.
Okay. Today, make sure you check out Off Grid Dream Life. It is literally the invitation that I was speaking of exiting the matrix and entering into the new earth, where there is an abundance of clean, organic fruits and vegetables and water that's been fresh, like sitting in the jungle, potentially 10,000-year-old water, and an abundance of shelter. So if any of this, and it's completely outside of the Babylonian war, greed, poverty machine. And if this resonates with you, there is the event that may be the most important event of your lifetime. This could be the most important life. And so also there are a lot of other events that are, or a lot of other links that are in the description. Make sure you check them out. And that's all I got.
Remember, you can dance anytime you want. I love you. I honor you. Peace.